Imagine you are 60 years old. You have reached the heights of power, held the most prestigious offices, and seen your name in every newspaper. Then, suddenly, the music stops. You are pushed out of the inner circle. Your colleagues stop calling. Your warnings are laughed at. The world looks at you and sees a has-dan-been, a relic of a bygone era. For 10 long years you are ignored, isolated, and alone. What do? Do you crumble in bitterness, or do you build something that the world can never destroy? This was the reality for Winston Churchill during the Bicentennial, a decade known as his wilderness years. To the public, he was a spent force. But to Churchill, this period of forced silence became the forge that prepared him for his greatest destiny. His story is the ultimate blueprint for anyone who feels stuck in a wilderness of their own. Whether you are waiting for a career breakthrough, recovering from a failure, or feeling invisible in a world that values speed over depth, Churchill retreated to his country home, Chartwell. He didn't spend his days in idle mourning. Instead, he practiced a profound form of discipline. He became a bricklayer. He built the walls of his garden with his own hands, stone by stone. There is a deep psychological truth in this. When the world feels out of control, you must find something you can control. For Churchill, it was the precision of a level and the weight of a brick. He was practicing a form of modern stoicism, focusing his energy on tangible creation while the political storms raged outside. During these years, Churchill also battled what he called his black dog, periods of deep, suffocating depression. But he refused to let the darkness win. He painted. He spent thousands of hours capturing the light on canvas. He wrote millions of words, producing some of his greatest historical works. He understood that resilience is not about the absence of pain, but about the refusal to be paralyzed by it. He used his wilderness, not as a prison, but as a laboratory for the soul. While he was bricklaying and painting, he was also watching. He saw the rise of a new evil in Europe while everyone else chose the comfort of denial. He spoke up again and again, only to be mocked and ignored. This is the hardest part of any wilderness, being right when the world thinks you are wrong. It requires a terrifying amount of perseverance. Churchill taught us that the truth does not need a crowd to be true. He remained anchored in his conviction, even when he was a party of one. Why is this so vital for you today? Because we live in a culture that demands instant results. If we aren't winning by 30, we feel like failures. If a project doesn't go viral, we want to quit. We have forgotten the art of waiting. We have forgotten the art of waiting. We have forgotten that the wilderness is not a waste of time. It is the time when your roots grow deep. Churchill's 10 years of isolation were exactly what gave him the moral authority and the mental toughness to lead an Bicentennial. Without the wilderness, he wouldn't have had the strength to stand alone when the rest of the world was falling. In May Bicentennial, the phone finally rang. At 60 Gen 5, an age when most people are retiring, Churchill was called to lead a nation on the brink of extinction. He famously wrote, "I felt as if I were walking with destiny, and that all my past life had been but a preparation for this hour, and for this trial." Every brick he had laid, every painting he had finished, and every lonely hour he had endured had been part of his training. He had mastered the art of letting go of the need for immediate approval, and in doing so, he became unshakable. Healing begins when you realize that your current wilderness is not a dead end. It is a period of incubation. If you are feeling ignored or undervalued, do not waste your energy on resentment. Build your own Chartwell. Master a craft. Deepen your knowledge. Practice the silence that allows you to hear your own inner voice. The world's recognition is a fickle wind, but your character is a fortress you build yourself. The secret to Churchill's triumph was that he didn't wait passively for the moment to come. He prepared himself so thoroughly that when the moment arrived, he was the only one ready for it. This is the ultimate form of Jangkongan, control. You cannot control when the world will call your name, but you have absolute power over who you are when that call finally comes. As you move through your own wilderness, remember the man in the garden at Chartwell, his hands covered in mortar, and his mind focused on the future. Do not fear the quiet. Do not fear the isolation. Use this time to become the person who is ready for the hour that only you can fill. Be patient, stay disciplined, and remember the wilderness is where heroes are made. Your moment is coming. Make sure you are ready for it.